slices of cheese. So I just lay them on the tortilla before I put the ingredients on there. And that really hit the spot around like, I think I waited till maybe 7 something to eat. Yeah, I couldn't finish it. And so today I got up around 4:15. But like I said, I just really wasn't motivated to make another burrito. So I asked the missus if she wanted to have McDonald's today or something. She was in agreement. So for me, I'm thinking I might go to Bosa's and just get some coffee and maybe I'll see if they have like these little breakfast meals available. But I also didn't bring any coffee. I had 1 cup when I was just hanging out watching. Well, I had to do some work this morning too, so I was doing that. That was kind of also part of the excuse me, the decision not to make breakfast, because the last Wednesday I was multitasking, and then it just kind of got to be not too much. It's just I was just kind of wanted to chill today, and so we'll see what kind of meals they have, because I had 1 cup of coffee, and we also need to go and get some more pods. It's a nice tractor. It's not too big. I think that would be a good size for home. One that you can also put a backhoe attachment on, and also an auger would probably be optimal. So yeah, we'll hop off over here on Ray and check it out. Man, that is beautiful. Look at that. Transmission's been really doing well as I continue to break it in. We're probably gonna get let's see, it's at 113 degrees right now. So I'll try to put a little bit more miles on it this week, because over the weekend we just went grocery shopping and we didn't put a lot of miles on it. Right now the truck has 125,000 miles. It's more getting closer to 126. And then both of my boys have around 140 on their vehicles. And so I was telling my youngest yesterday that he needs to get into the garage and do some checks on his vehicle, because he got an oil change a couple weekends ago, and he did his tire rotation. He put in a new filter, I think last week. But I told him he needs to check under his vehicle to make sure that his cover is secured, because we noticed that when after he left the garage last week, I found a couple of those screws that hold that engine cover on the bottom side. And so I told him to get under there and check it out. And then on his driver's side, there's that model of the Escape has maybe like sound dampeners or something under there. So he needs to go and check that. Just thinking maybe we need to check with the dealer and see what they would quote us to replace that. It's like a long plastic cover that, I don't know, maybe it's like helps to make it a quieter ride or something. Yeah, I never knew there was a boxing shop over there. There's a lot of cars there. It's called Jab Boxing. It's over by J.C. Penney's. But yeah, I'm gonna get some breakfast here. I was watching Urban Deschini this morning. He was in Gallup and I think Colorado, and he showed a pretty cool way to eat the blue mush. He added blueberries into it, and when the color kind of dissipates from the blueberries into the blue mush, it looks pretty cool. Dang, high roller right here. Look at 3 dozen. With a small business, I'm thinking you can probably write this off, but not just for your regular work. I'm sure people do, but I'll be back. Okay, freshly brewed coffee, ham, egg, and cheese croissant, and a maple bar. She said they get started at midnight and then they open at 5. So $11.64 with tip. $11.64 that could have been spent on sockets. But you can't eat sockets, huh? You gotta have some breakfast. The Wendy's here has a really good it's like a honey chicken biscuit breakfast. But the only thing I don't really enjoy their hash browns as much. Alright, this is good. Let's hope we can make it through the green. So that shaved a lot of time off of my commute, or added a lot of time. But gotta eat. Gotta have our coffee. And if you do this every day, it's $100, 100 plus every 2 weeks. But if you buy portions of some Vanguard stocks or ETFs or mutual funds, did you guys know you can, like, say one of the higher end Vanguard funds, like the total market ETF, I believe it's like 500 something per share, but you can buy increments. Like you can buy 0.1, which would be like 54, 58 bucks or something. And then when it's down, then you buy it and then you just let it grow. Mrs. and I used to get Dunkin' Donuts a long time ago when we would commute to work. We would drive from 19th Ave and Northern, and we would get some Dunkin' right there on the corner of 19th Ave and Northern, and then we would drive down this way. And we would both work across the freeway on like 40th Street or something. But that would be our breakfast. Let's see what's on the news today.
The most they've seen in a decade. Dickerson says because they are dealing with so much.
If they're going to the departure gate in the morning, that's where very often the tears start falling. All they say is, especially the Vietnam vets, we never got a reception like this when we came home years and years ago, unfortunately.
Rick, who is going to be on board today's flight?
Well, we've got usually we try to have 35 veterans per flight, 10 flights a year, and 25 guardians, and these are usually the sons, daughters who help assist the veterans. We have actually, we're happy to say we have 3 lady vets traveling with us today. One lady served from 1973 to 1995, so we've got 22 years, and she served actually in Vietnam, Lebanon, Grenada, Panama, Gulf War. Yeah, that's an amazing story right there. Then we also have another lady who is actually traveling with her husband, who is also a Vietnam veteran. In addition to that, we have a World War II veteran. This is an amazing story. He's 98 years old. He was a staff sergeant in the Army. We're down, sadly, to the last 1% of survivors of World War II. And I believe the last 4 flights we've had at least one World War II aboard. So they're still out there, and we're still looking for them. One other veteran we have served, a fellow Walter, served in Vietnam, Lebanon, Grenada, and was in the Air Force from 62 to 83. And his wife was the Air Force captain from 1960 to 68 during the Vietnam War. So we've got some amazing folks with some amazing stories to tell.
Wow. Rick, it's really wonderful what you guys do. I've been aware of you guys for years. I know members of your board. And since Honor Flight Arizona is a nonprofit, you guys rely on public donations to be able to complete your mission. So go ahead and plug away how people can donate to Honor Flight Arizona.
Well, the easiest way actually is to go to our website, and that's honorflightaz.org, and you can click on the drop down on donations, and it's very, very simple to do that way. Other folks who are willing to send a check, there's an address there, and we are a 501c3 nonprofit, and even the guardians that travel with their dads or their mothers, we send them the information on how to actually write off the $1,300 cost that it takes to get them aboard with their relatives.
That's
so we sure appreciate anything that comes in. There's no large or small amount in our mind. And years ago, about 18 years ago, we were on the sidewalk, and if we got a $100 bill, we would call them Prescott to our founder, telling her we got $100 in the bank. So any and all donations are sincerely appreciated. It all goes, 98% goes right to the vet on the trip.
That's awesome. Rick, thanks so much. Rick Ardina there, the president of Honor Flight Arizona's board.
Coming up in just moments, Smoke Watch is underway at the Vatican.
Right now, it's John Roller with an update from the Valley Chevy Dealers Traffic Center.
All right, thank you very much, Jim. That earlier crash on the eastbound I-10 right near 75th Avenue, that is out of there. So eastbound I-10 looking very normal on your ride in this morning, about 18 minutes into the downtown area. We are working a crash in Buckeye this morning, Lower Buckeye Road and Miller Road. And again, we have that closure of 91st Avenue this morning in Peoria. This is north of Thunderbird. This crash came out at Hearn Road, and this is under investigation. It is a fatality, no estimated time of reopening. Traffic is brought to you by Asset Preservation Wealth and Tax. Join Stewart with us for the Asset Preservation Hour each week as he empowers and educates those in or near retirement. Sundays at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. John Roller, KTAR News.
We are looking at mostly sunny skies with a chance of a few showers today and a high of 83, then sunny and 93 tomorrow, starting a nice little warming trend headed into the weekend. Weather is brought to you by Howard Air and Plumbing. Whether replace or repair, call Howard Air and Plumbing.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products next day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce.
course, that does give us certain advantages, for example, in focus and resources. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. If you're a guy facing divorce, remember, Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
As most of you know, I'm a patient of the Schwartz Laser Eye Center, where I had LASIK surgery done 15 years ago. My colleague and son's PA announcer, Vince Barano, also a client of Dr. J. Schwartz, and now we can...
In the economy, seen by the Federal Reserve, which is not expected to adjust interest rates today. Saying its tariffs, Ford announced today it has raised prices by as much as $2,000 on 3 models made in Mexico: the Maverick pickup, the Bronco Sport, and the Mustang electric SUV. S&P futures are up 0.4% now. NASDAQ futures up 0.3%. Amid tougher U.S. border policies, new data point to fewer international students coming to the U.S. for higher education. There's a 13% dip in enrollments in postgraduate programs for next academic year, according to, for instance, the Association of International Educators. Marketplace's Elizabeth Troval has more.
Visa issues and other government policies are the top reason NAFSA CEO Fanta says they're seeing a decline in international enrollment.
The uncertainty that international students currently in the U.S. have experienced have had a ripple effect on prospective students and how they're looking to the U.S.
International students tend to be post-grad, often in STEM fields. Arizona State University's Trevor Thornton teaches several students entering careers in semiconductors.
They're getting interviews at these companies, getting jobs at these companies, but there's a lot of fear. The ones who are a year behind them are wondering what they're going to be doing a year from now.
And Wendy Wolford with Cornell, where students have dealt with visa revocations, says interest in the school remains strong for now. But
if there were more severe actions and more chaos in the immigration landscape, I think that could have a real effect.
She says these...
Okay, folks, have a great day. Take care. Don't forget to tell your loved ones how much you appreciate them. Get some time, spend some time with them, help them out. Maybe go visit your Subsu or Papa or Uncle or Taha or aunties or anything like that.